Hello children, this is video number 3 for The Merchant of Venice, Act 3, Scene 2, and this is part 2 of the video. Children, in the previous video, we have done till line number 140. We already know that in spite of Portia's entreaties, Bassanio was eager to make his choice at once. Portia believes that Bassanio loves her, he will make the correct choice, and she therefore calls for music to be played while he chooses to lighten the atmosphere. She sings praises for Bassanio, even compares him to Hercules, who rescued a maiden who had to be sacrificed by the Trojans to a sea monster. And we also heard the background music which warns Bassanio not to judge by the outward appearance while selecting the casket, as appearances can be deceptive. And Bassanio therefore rejects gaudy gold and pale and common silver, and his choice is meager lead, which is far from being attractive. So meager lead actually tells Bassanio to hazard. And children, it seems that Bassanio is truly in love with Portia and he was ready to hazard anything for Portia's love. And therefore he makes the choice for meager lead. And opening the casket, he found magnificent portrait of Portia. And after finding the portrait, he feels that it stands nowhere to her real self. He praises Portia's portrait, but then comparing it to real Portia, he says that it falls short of the real Portia. Then he falls short of real Portia herself. Then he praises a lot, but then he says the praises fall short of the praises that will be short for real Portia. Then after this, children, he found a scroll in the casket, and then he reads it. He reads it, and he says that you that choose not by view. So he said, the scroll says, you who have not chosen by looks, you may be very fortunate. So the scroll itself tells him that he was very fortunate and he should be very pleased in having this fortune. And so the last lines that we did was line number 139, 140 till here, the fortune for your bliss, that you are very fortunate. So enjoy your fortune. Children, we are going to start from line number 140. What is written on the scroll. So turn you where your lady is. The scroll is actually directing Bassanio to turn towards the lady. Lady is Portia, of course, and claim her with a loving kiss. Now he calls scroll a gentle scroll, a beautiful scroll, and fair lady, beautiful lady he calls her, and by your leave he goes to kiss her. So I come by no to give and to receive. He also explains why he is doing it. And then children, he is in doubt. Although he is very happy, he is still in confusion, he is still baffled, he is still doubtful. Although he is overwhelmed with emotions, he might be exalted with all these emotions, he is very happy, but still he is in confusion. He is not able to comprehend the fact that he has won over Portia. So how is he feeling? He expresses his feeling in the next lines. He says, like one of two contending in a prize, he is feeling as if he is a competitor, one of the competitors competing for a prize. That thinks that he has done well in people's eyes. He thinks that he has done well, but hearing the applause. How does he think so? Because he hears the applause of the people and the shouts of the people around. Children, here it could be that Nerissa and the attendants, they are all very happy and they are praising Bassanio for choosing the correct casket, expressing their happiness. They are shouting and they are applauding. So it could be a reference to that. But he is giddy in spirit. He is still gazing. He is doubtful whether these pearls of praise, this applaud, is for him or not. He calls Portia thrice fair lady. Children, thrice fair word has its importance because Portia is beautiful, she is virtuous, and she is wealthy. So 3 times fair, or thrice in 3 terms she is fair. She is beautiful, she is virtuous, and she is wealthy. Stand I even so, and he standing there, he says, as doubtful whether what I see be true. Whatever I see, I am still standing here doubting whether what I say, what I see here is true. Until confirmed. From whom does he want the confirmation? He wants the confirmation. He wants the confirmation and approval from you. You means Portia. Now children, look at the beautiful lines that Portia speaks to him after this. And what she shows here is that she's intelligent, she's modest, and although she is beautiful, she is virtuous, she is wealthy, still she is modest and humble. She is very down to earth, and she is not proud of her qualities that she has. We know that all the suitors from all over the world were coming for her beauty to get married to her, but she is very humble, she is very modest. It is visible from the first line itself. You see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand such as I am. So, as I am in reality, you can see me, Lord Bassanio, as I am in reality. Though for myself alone, I would not be ambitious in my wish to wish myself much better. Yet for you. Now, children, she herself is not ambitious in her life. She doesn't want anything in her life. For herself, she is satisfied. But she says, yet for you, I would be trebled 20 times myself, 1,000 times more fair, 10,000 times more rich. That only to stand high in your account. Okay, so what she is saying is that now, because Bassanio has chosen her, she would like to be better than what she is for the sake of Bassanio. Okay, that is actually again the sign of true love. For the sake of true love for Bassanio, she wishes to be good enough. She wishes to be better than what she is. Otherwise, for herself, she has no ambitions. So she says, I wish that I might be here trebled 20 times. Treble means 3. 3 times 20, that makes 60. Okay. 3 times 20, that makes 60. So 60 times myself. Okay. So that is her wish. So first wish is to wish myself much better. Children, it will be better if you put it as number 1 and 2. Number 1, 2, 3 for her wishes, because that will be easy to learn and remember. So first wish is to be better than what I am. Okay, I wish myself to be much better. Second wish, treble 20 times myself. This you can put it as second wish. Third wish, 1,000 times more fair. She's beautiful, but she wanted to be 10,000 times more, 1,000 times more beautiful. Then she says 10,000 times more rich. Okay, for the sake of Bassanio. Why? So that she could stand high stand high means respectable in his account, in his eyes. Then she says, I might be in virtues, beauties, livings, and friends exceed account. Okay. So what is she more? She is worthy. She has these things. She knows very well that she is virtuous. She is beautiful. She is good in livings means property. She is wealthy and she has good friends. But then she said, so this line you can take it as another line. This was all wishing, and this is what she knows about herself. Then she says, but the sum of me. Children, mark this as line number 3 now. So first was where we marked for these wishes. Second is when she is talking about her virtues, beauties, living, and friends. Then now she is saying the sum of me. This you can mark as number 3. Point number 3 here. So what does she say? That sum total of herself is what? Sum total of herself is that she is unlessoned, unschooled, unpracticed. Okay. She is unlessoned. Unlessoned means inexperienced. Unschooled, untrained. Unpracticed is uneducated. Okay. So she is inexperienced, she is untrained and uneducated girl. So uneducated and so all these 3 words are important, which she is telling Bassanio. She has no shame in telling this to Bassanio. Okay, maybe because she lived in Blanc, she was taken care of by father. Mother is not talked about here. Mother is not mentioned anywhere, and she has very less experience of the outer world. That is why she is mentioning this unlessoned, unschooled, and practiced as the sum total of her character. Then next point number 4, children. Happy, happier, happiest. Mark these 3 adjectives. Okay, happy, second form is happier, and the third form, this is comparative, this is superlative, happiest. Now she is talking about her qualities, that she has the quality to learn. Okay, so she is happy. Happy at what? She is glad that she is not yet old. Not yet old means she is young enough that she can learn. Happier. Why is she happier? Happier than this, she is not bred so dull, but she can learn. Okay, so happier because she is not slow in nature that she cannot learn. So she can learn. Happiest, the superlative of all, is that her gentle spirit commits itself to yours to be directed. Children, what she is saying is that she would be happy to commit herself to the hands of Bassanio so that Bassanio could guide her. How? As a lord, as governor, as her king. So she's giving that designation to Bassanio, that Bassanio, she could entrust herself to Bassanio, who could guide her as lord, governor, or her king. Myself and what is mine to you and yours is now converted. Now children, till here, her king, you can take it as point number 4. Here you can mark as point number 5 for reference for learning. Okay, myself and what is mine to you and yours is now converted. Now she is declaring. What is she declaring? She is declaring that she herself and her possessions are now of Bassanio. But now I was the lord of this fair mansion, master of my servants, queen over myself, and even now, but now this house, these servants, and this same myself are yours, my lord. Okay, mark it till here as line number, as important point number 5. Now she says that she and all her possessions till now were hers. Okay, what was it that she had? She ruled over her house, her fair mansion. She was the master of her servants, and she ruled over herself also. Again, 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point. Mansion, servants, and herself. So she ruled over all these 3 things. But now, house, servants. Again, children, point number 1, house. Number 2, servants. Number 3, Portia herself. Belong to whom? Belong to my lord. And who is my lord here? My lord means Bassanio. This was point number 5 to remember. Now, point number 6. Now, along with house, servants, and herself, what does she give to Bassanio? She gives a ring to Bassanio with a condition. So, point number 6 is she gives a ring with a condition. What is the condition? When you part from it, lose it, or give it away. 3 points again. Number 1, part from it. Second, lose from it or give it away. Then, what will be the result? Let it presage the ruin of your love. Let us assume that it will be the death of the love between them, and be my vantage to acclaim on you. Be my vantage, give the opportunity to me to accuse you for that. Okay, children, look at the reply that Bassanio gives to Portia. He says, Madam, you have bereft me of all words. Only my blood speaks to you in my veins, and there is such confusion in my powers, as after some oration fairly spoke by a beloved prince, there doth appear among the buzzing pleased multitude, where every something, being blent together, turns to a wild of nothing, save of joy expressed and not expressed. So what does he say? Madam, he is addressing to Portia. So while addressing to Portia, he says that you have deprived me of all the words. I am speechless. I have no words to talk to you. This you can take as point number 1. He is bereft of his words. That is his condition. Then only my blood speaks to you in my veins. He has this rushing of blood in his veins. Okay, he is anxious, he is overwhelmed with all the emotions, therefore his blood only speaks to Portia. That is what is running in his veins. And there is such confusion in my parts. So, second point that you can mention here is that there is confusion in his parts. Parts means thoughts. So he gives a reference here. What kind of confusion he has? As after some oration fairly spoke, as maybe after the speech of a beloved prince, there would be some buzzing sounds among the public, among the delighted, pleased multitude or delighted audience. So that kind of confusion is there in his mind or in his thoughts. Confusion in my parts or in his thoughts. Where every something being blent together. So what is the feeling? Now blend every something. This is about feeling. Point number 3. So where every feeling is blended together, turns to a wild of nothing, and there's a wild confusion of feelings, save of joy, and only the feeling of joy is left, expressed and not expressed, and that too also he is not able to express. But when this ring parts from this finger, so children, he is making a promise. Like Portia, towards the end of her speech, she puts a condition. He is actually promising according to that condition. What is the promise he's making? But when this ring parts from this finger, then parts life from hence. So when this ring leaves my finger, may it be only due to my death. Oh, then be bold to say Bassanio's dead, with a sign of exclamation. Oh, so oh Portia, if that time you may say with boldness or certainty that Bassanio is dead. Children, this is a time of rejoicing. This is the time, happy time for Nerissa and Gratiano. So next lines, they are giving the wishes. They are wishing them good luck. So it says, my lord and lady, it is now our time that have stood by and seen our wishes prosper. A time when we have seen that our wishes, our hopes have come true, and to cry good joy. Cry here means to wish you great joy. Good joy, my lord and lady. Gratiano is also wishing. He says, my lord Bassanio and my gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you can wish. For I'm sure you can wish none from me. None from me means I will wish more than what you wish for yourself. And when your honors mean to solemnize the bargain of your faith, I do beseech you, even at that time I may be married too. So, while wishing them good luck, he's making a request for himself to get married. Bassanio is amazed. He's surprised at this. He says, with all my heart, so thou canst get a wife? He says, most certainly, provided that you get a wife, that you get a girl to get married. Gratiano. See, children, here, one most important character of servants or attendants is, you can mention here, or you can see it here, that is elaborated upon here, that these servants in Shakespearean time or Elizabethan time, you can see they had the habit of copying their masters. They would imitate their masters, or in fact they would imitate their manners. And in fact, what you can say is, while living with the noble people, they get ennobled. Okay, so Gratiano, look, just see the speech that he is saying. He is talking to Bassanio. He says, I thank your lordship. You have got me one. Because of you, lordship, Bassanio, I have got one. Now, he says, my eyes, my lord, can look as swift as yours. So he's comparing himself to Bassanio, says, and he's saying, as your eyes were very swift, my eyes were also very quick. You saw the mistress, I beheld the maid. You saw the mistress means, who is the mistress? Portia. Who is the maid? Nerissa. You loved, although he has not mentioned the name here, down the dialogue, he will mention the name also. He says, you loved, I loved. For intermission, no more pertains to me, my lord, than you. Intermission means the intervals in between. So it was not a period of waiting. Intermission, period of waiting, was not agreeable to me as it was not agreeable to you. You could not wait, I could not wait. Your fortune stood upon caskets there, so did mine too. How? Because he gives the reason down below the lines. As the matter falls, now he's explaining it. What was the matter? He says, for wooing here until I sweat again and swearing till my very roof was dry. Roof means palate, children, in the mouth. He said that I kept on making, or with all my energy, I kept on making promises to this girl till my mouth was dry, or the roof of my mouth was dry, with oaths of love. And at last, if promise last, at last, I got a promise. I was able to extract the promise from her. I got a promise of this fair one here. Fair one here, that was Nerissa. So, he mentions Nerissa here now. He says, I got the promise to have her love provided that your fortune achieved her mistress. So this is the condition. See, Portia has put the condition, Bassanio had agreed, he has promised. Gratiano is also talking in the same terms, that Nerissa had put a condition that she would love him provided that you had the fortune of winning her mistress. So Portia says, Portia asked Nerissa, she's also amazed, no? She's surprised. She said, is this true, Nerissa? So Nerissa replied, Madam, it is. So you stand pleased withal. It is quite true if it pleases you. And do you, Gratiano, mean good faith? So Gratiano says, yes, this. Bassanio asked, do you want to marry this lady in good faith? So what's the reply of Gratiano? He says, yes, faith, my lord. Bassanio says, our feast shall be much honored in your marriage. He's happy. Gratiano, but who comes here? Children, at this very moment, we have some guests. Lorenzo and his infidel. Now, infidel here is referred to the Jewess. Jewess is Jessica. What, and my old Venetian friend Celerio. And who also has come here? Gratiano is surprised to see. He says, what? Who is here? My old Venetian friend Celerio. So, enter Lorenzo, Jessica and Celerio. So children, this I'm ending this video till here. From next part, we will do in next part we'll continue in the next video. Thank you, children.